Foreign Politics, as sat on the south lawn of the White House on September 13, 1993. I couldn't believe what saw. Under bright, cloudless sky, harried Israeli Prime Minister and beaming Palestinian leader clasped their hands in pursuit of peace. Smiling like proud parent as an enthusiastic U.S. president embraces the duo. The occasion was signing of first agreement of what became known as Oslo Accords, which, if successfully implemented, created an interim framework that, in effect, could lead to final status negotiations between Israel and Palestine Liberation Organization. Efraim Halevy, who in just a few years would become head of the Israeli intelligence agency Mossad, would later write to me questioning my belief in this irreversibility and fearing the conflict that might follow. Halevy's analysis was very prescient. Today, 30 years after that historic day, what remains spirit and much of the substance Oslo Agreement betrays a bloody, buried, Israeli-Palestinian landscape that leaves little room for hope and no room for illusions. The most right-wing fundamentalist government Israeli history sits Jerusalem, committed to the annexation of the West Bank all but name, addition to expanding settlements and enabling settler terror violence against Palestinians. The Palestinian national movement is deeply divided, resembling a kind of Noah's Ark with two of its constitutions, governments, security services, bosses, and even Palestinian visions. In Gaza, Hamas Palestinian Islamic Jihad plan and encourage terrorist attacks against Israelis, while in Ramallah, a weak discredited Fatah-dominated Palestinian Authority is unable or unwilling to control the terrorism emanating from the northern West Bank. Yet whatever the future holds for Israelis and Palestinians, the lessons of Oslo still have relevance. 4 key takeaways from a ring seat during these fateful years stand out to me personally. The break cannot be definitive. On paper, the Oslo Accords look logical and attractive. The region will be gradually handed over to the Palestinian Authority in exchange for assuming security responsibilities. As we will see, the perverse dance between occupier and occupied will doom this approach. However, it could have survived if two sides had wanted to make clear from the outset what final result interim period should produce, and then took mutual reciprocal measures to prepare for it. For the Palestinians, this end result was an independent state with Jerusalem as its capital. TBD to be determined for the Israelis was. You may look long and hard for the term Palestinian state in the Oslo documents, but you won't find it. It would take another half-dozen years for the idea of statehood to enter Israel's negotiating assumptions. The United States did not officially and publicly support a two-state solution until 2001, when U.S. President Bill Clinton left office. Without a clear end goal to work towards, the process is rushed. By 1999, not a single Oslo